My story. Captain, we're entering Vilrax's orbit, a voice crackled through the intercom. It was his first officer, Lieutenant Avachin, her eyes fixed on the monitors. Excellent, Ava. Prepare for landing, Leo commanded, excitement lacing his words. He gazed out at the swirling, iridescent clouds of the Vilrax homeworld, a kaleidoscope of colors that danced like a living being. The landscape below shimmered with vibrant flora, inviting yet mysterious. As the ship descended, Leo felt a mix of exhilaration and apprehension. What do you think, Ava? Will they embrace us or view us as a threat? Ava shrugged. They've been watching us. We'll know soon enough. She tightened her grip on the controls, determination etched on her face. Minutes later, the ship landed softly on a platform surrounded by lush vegetation and towering alien structures. The crew disembarked, stepping cautiously onto the vibrant soil. Leo took a deep breath, feeling the alien air fill his lungs. Stay alert, he instructed, glancing at his crew. We don't know what to expect. As they ventured forward, a group of Vilrax appeared, their forms shimmering under the light. They moved gracefully, thin and elongated, with skin that flickered like liquid crystal. One stepped forward, exuding an aura of authority. Leo could see the intelligence in its myriad, swirling eyes. I am Zalara, it announced, its voice melodic yet distinctly mechanical. Welcome, humans. Leo stepped forward, extending his hand. Captain Leo Carson of the Starship Odyssey. It's an honor to meet you. Zalara tilted its head, intricately shifting its form. Honor is an unfamiliar concept for us. We communicate through algorithms, patterns, and gestures. Algorithms? Leo felt a knot of confusion. How do we understand each other? Zalara paused, studying him closely as if deciphering a complex equation. You will learn in time. I'd like that, Leo replied, curiosity flaring within him. We come in peace, seeking friendship and knowledge. As Zalara translated its own movements into geometric patterns, another Vilrax stood nearby. This one was slightly taller and had a different color spectrum. It raised a translucent hand toward the sky, forming symbols in the air. Lyra, Zalara explained, is proficient in visual algorithms. She will assist with communication. Lyra responded to Leo's curiosity with wave-like motions, conjuring images that danced above them. Leo marveled at the shifting designs but felt a disconnect. It's beautiful, but I don't understand the meaning. Zalara's gaze softened and it gestured for Leo to sit on a nearby bench made of the glowing flora. We can teach you. Let us begin with the basics. Leo nodded, intrigued. Okay, what is the first lesson? With measured elegance, Zalara began to demonstrate basic motions, each one conveying a different emotion or concept. This is welcome, it said, creating a welcoming spiral in the air. Leo mimicked the gesture, yet it felt off, clumsy. Don't worry, Zalara reassured him. It is the intent that matters. You will improve. Ava leaned over, whispering to Leo, are you really going to learn this? Absolutely, Leo replied with a grin. This is history in the making. As the days passed, the crew immersed themselves in the Vilrax culture and language. Each lesson brought laughter, frustration, and occasional joy. The ship transformed into a hub of cross-species collaboration where dialogue flourished, albeit in a fragmented manner. One afternoon, while practicing under the soft light of the three moons, Leo found himself laughing at a failed attempt to communicate a poem. I'm hopeless, he confessed, scratching his head. You are not, Zalara chimed in, its voice emphasizing the word. Creativity is part of understanding. Creativity in algorithms? Leo raised an eyebrow. Yes, just as you express in poetry, we express in patterns. Poetry is pattern, is it not? Touché, Leo chuckled, now inspired by the challenge. Let me try again. He closed his eyes, his mind racing with words that flowed like music through his thoughts. In the night sky, stars whisper stories of old. Zalara watched with intent, its eyes glowing ever so slightly. It carries emotion. Right, but how do I turn that into an algorithm? Leo scratched his chin. What about emotions through light? Zalara waved its hand, illustrating Leo's words with intricate light patterns that swirled like a galaxy. Emotion is universal. Here, let me show you, its movements transformed into something breathtaking, a visualization of intertwined light symbols that radiated warmth and welcoming energy. Whoa, that's stunning, Leo marveled. Can you teach me to do that? Everything is learnable, Leo. You only need practice, Zalara smiled. Just then, Ava returned, a frown on her face. Captain, we need you for a moment. There are concerns among the crew about Well, potential dangers. Leo's heart sank. Dangers? Why? We've made significant progress. Some members believe this may be a trap. The Vilrax may not be what they seem, she explained, her gaze serious. He sighed, glancing at Zalara, whose form remained unwavering. Have you faced opposition from your kin regarding us? Zalara hesitated, then replied, yes. There are those who distrust what they do not understand. Fear is a shadow in all societies, yours included. Understood. We can't let that get in the way of what we're building, Leo stated, determination filling his voice. Ava, we'll make sure they understand our intentions. As twilight descended, Leo looked at Zalara. Let's put our efforts into something tangible. How about a gathering for our two peoples? Together? Zalara processed the idea. A gathering may soothe the fears. It can become an event of unity. Exactly. We'll blend your algorithms with our art, show them we can coexist. Zalara's eyes brightened. Then we will prepare. As they discussed plans, Leo felt a spark of excitement. Perhaps amidst their differences, they were beginning to weave a shared tapestry of culture, bridging gaps through understanding. He was ready for the challenges ahead, ready to fight against skepticism with creativity and poetry. Chapter 2, Crossroads of Communication. Preparations for the gathering were in full swing. Leo and Zalara worked tirelessly alongside the crew and the Vilrax to create a celebration that would bridge their differences. A long table made of luminescent vines stretched across a grassy expanse, adorned with both human and Vilrax treats. Colorful fruits, shimmering snacks, and vibrant beverages that glimmered in the faint light of the moons. What do you think? Leo asked, surveying the arrangements as he adjusted the tablecloth. Does it convey the spirit of collaboration? Zalara hovered nearby, observing with focused intensity. It embodies an intriguing blend. But is the food appealing to the Vilrax? Great point, Leo replied, scratching his chin. Maybe we can add some more vibrant colors or light effects. You know, make it pop. Lyra, who had been helping to arrange some bioluminescent flowers, chimed in with a soft melody-like tone. Color resonates with vibrational frequencies. It is key to our senses. Right? Let's play with that, Leo nodded enthusiastically. What do you suggest, Lyra? I suggest we work with the soft glow of the flowers, create layers of light to evoke emotions, she suggested, gesturing with elegant movements that produced a series of shimmering shapes in the air. Perfect. We'll arrange them along the table, Leo said, energized by the creativity flowing among them. As they decorated, Ava approached, arms crossed. Leo, are you sure this will work? The crew is still anxious. Ava, trust me, Leo replied, rolling his eyes a bit playfully. If we can show them that Vilrax are not threats, we'll win them over. This gathering is crucial. It better be, she murmured, but her eyes twinkled with unspoken support. After another hour of arranging, the setting was ready. Leo stood back to admire their collective work, satisfaction warming his chest. Now, what about music? Music is an expressive algorithm, Zalara explained. We can create sound through patterns. I can work with that, Leo said, a smile spreading across his face. Let's blend our cultures. I'll find some instruments. May I accompany you? Zalara asked, surprising him with the request. Absolutely. Let's explore. The two made their way to the ship, Leo searching for any instruments they had brought. He came across an old guitar and a simple percussion set. These should do the trick, he called out, holding up the guitar with pride. What is this object? Zalara asked curiously. It's a guitar. It creates music by strumming strings, Leo explained with a grin. Interesting. And it can produce vibrational patterns? Zalara moved closer, intrigued by the instrument. Exactly. Want to give it a try? He offered, handing it to her carefully. Zalara hesitated, then accepted it. It felt foreign in her hands, but her curiosity quickly overpowered her uncertainty. She plucked a few strings, producing a series of gentle notes that danced through the air. That's beautiful, Leo exclaimed, strumming along. You have a good sense of melody. Zalara's movements became more confident, each note resonating in harmony with Leo's rhythm. This feels expressive. Right? Now let's get creative, Leo said, adding a playful beat on the percussion set. They were lost in a world of music, blending their styles, creating a sound that echoed across the ship. A few hours later, as the sun dipped below the horizon and the gathering began to take shape, Leo felt a wave of nerves wash over him. What if they don't show? They will, Zalara replied. They are curious beings. If you provide a glimpse into your essence, they will come. As twilight settled, the first attendees arrived, Vilrax figures gliding gracefully through the lush landscape. Leo's heart raced, his hands sweating slightly. He turned to Ava, who stood watchful. Here we go. Let's do this, she responded, nodding in encouragement. Zalara stepped forward and gestured for everyone to gather around the table. Welcome, our fellow beings. Tonight, we celebrate unity and understanding. Leo stepped alongside her, taking a deep breath. Yes. Together, let's explore what connects us beyond our origins. The crowd was mixed, intrigued Vilrax and cautious humans. Leo noticed the tension in the air like a drawn bowstring. They had to ease it somehow. Lyra gestured and created light patterns that danced above the gathering, swirling in colors that elicited gasps of awe. Leo picked up his guitar, plucking a gentle melody that intertwined with Lyra's light. Feel this, he said, glancing at Zalara, who began weaving an algorithm of sound and light. It formed shapes above them, illustrating notes and rhythms like an elaborate symphony. See how we can express ourselves, Zalara exclaimed, her excitement evident. As they performed, Leo caught Ava's eye. This could work, she whispered, surprise evident on her face. With every note, the crowd began to relax, the blend of music and light captivating them. A Vilrax stepped forward, a shimmering figure adorned in bioluminescent designs, its gestures forming complex patterns in the air. We appreciate your offering, it said, voice resonating like a harmonious blend of notes. But can you show us more? Leo felt emboldened. Of course. Each of us has stories. Let's share them. He encouraged fellow crew members and Vilrax to step forward and share something that represented their culture. A human began reciting a poem, weaving tales of Earth's history while another played a short tune on the flute, drawing the attention of both species. Zalara turned to Leo, her expression inquisitive. Do you wish to share a story as well? Absolutely. I've got one in mind, Leo replied eagerly. He stepped to the forefront, feeling the eyes of the gathering upon him. This story is one of discovery of a world rich in emotions, much like this moment we're sharing. As he spoke, he infused his words with the rhythm of music, his excitement translating into the cadence of his voice. The Vilrax listened with rapt attention, their algorithms shifting in response. When he finished, the crowd erupted in applause, some of the humans and Vilrax exchanging glances that spoke of connection formed. You see, Zalara said, her eyes shining, filled with enthusiasm. Sharing is the key to understanding. Leo grinned, buoyed by the positive response. And we just proved it. As the night continued, laughter filled the air, conversations began flowing freely, and individuals mingled openly. Ava and Lyra exchanged giggles while crafting their own blend of light art. Leo found himself standing beside Zalara, both of their faces aglow with triumph. I never expected it to go this well, he admitted, a glint of joy in his eyes. Zalara leaned closer, a wave of brightness flickering in her expression. You brought them together. That was your algorithm. Merging cultures, Leo replied, still exhilarated. I'm glad we took the leap. And what an adventure this is. Zalara's presence drew closer, a warmth radiating between them. Underneath the twinkling stars, each moment felt more interconnected, weaving their narratives into a beautiful tapestry of friendship, slowly dissolving the shadows of mistrust. This gathering marked a beginning. Not just of alliances, but of shared experiences and deepening connections that promised to flourish as they continued their journey hand in hand. Chapter 3: The Dance of Languages. The night after the gathering left Leo feeling invigorated. Please chatter still echoed in his mind, mingling with the images of humans and Vilrax engaging seamlessly. But now, as dawn broke over the Vilrax landscape, Leo sensed the energy shifting. Morning, Captain, Ava greeted him as she entered the ship's common area. She held a steaming cup of coffee, the aroma filling the room. How are you feeling about last night? Good, better than good, Leo replied, rubbing his hands together. But we can't stop here. We need to keep building on that momentum. True, but keep in mind that some crew members are still skeptical. They think we might be setting ourselves up for failure. What do you suggest we do? He asked, leaning against the counter. Perhaps we should give them more opportunities to communicate with the Vilrax, she suggested, taking a sip from her cup. A collaborative project could help. Leo nodded thoughtfully. Like art or science? Something that showcases both cultures? Exactly. And maybe we can pull Zalara in, Ava smiled, her eyes brightening. She seems to have a connection with you. Leo felt a warmth rise in his chest. Let's make it happen. A few hours later, Leo stood at the edge of the forest bordering the ship, waiting for the arrival of his Vilrax counterpart. Zalara emerged from the trees, her graceful movements captivating. Captain Leo, good to see you, she said, her voice melodic, echoing softly in the morning air. Zalara, good to see you too. We were hoping to brainstorm some collaborative projects between our species. Zalara stepped forward, curiosity gleaming in her multi-hued eyes. What kind of projects? Art or science? Leo replied enthusiastically. We'd like to find something that utilizes both our strengths so we can work together. It'll help build trust. Interesting concept, she said, tilting her head. But how do you translate trust into visual patterns or scientific endeavors? Leo pondered for a moment. What if we created an art installation that demonstrates our journeys? Each of us could contribute through storytelling, music, or visuals. Zalara's eyes sparkled. We can use algorithms to represent our stories visually. The artwork could express our cultures and mutual understanding. That's the spirit. Leo clapped his hands together. How do we get started? Let us gather others, both humans and Vilrax, she replied. We can share ideas and begin crafting together. Within hours, they'd drawn a crowd. Humans and Vilrax mingled, their curiosity piqued by the potential project. Leo stood at the forefront, excitement bubbling within him. Thank you all for coming. He addressed the gathering. Today, we're embarking on a creative journey to combine our cultures through art. We want to express who we are and what we can build together. A murmur of interest swept through the crowd. Zalara stepped forward, elaborating. Each of us has a story. Through patterns, sounds, and visuals, we will weave our experiences into a beautiful tapestry. Lyra waved her hands, creating glowing geometric shapes that hovered above the group, illustrating Zalara's words. Let the visuals begin to flow. Great idea, Leo exclaimed. Let's split into groups. Team up with someone from the other species so we can learn from one another. As they began mingling, Leo found himself working alongside Ava, while Zalara paired with a human artist named Mark. Let's brainstorm, Leo, Ava suggested. What should our contribution be? We could write a poem about unity, then set it to music, Leo proposed, tapping his fingers against his thigh. What do you think? Sounds good, but let's incorporate some Vilrax elements, Ava said, her expression serious. Can we blend their visual language into the lyrics? Definitely. I'll start drafting something. The more we incorporate their methods, the more inviting it will feel. Meanwhile, Zalara and Mark were delving into the world of visual representation. How do you envision storytelling? Mark asked, sketching out ideas on a notepad. Zalara explained, we can use fractal patterns to reflect both histories, tying them together. Our experiences can be mapped mathematically to represent the journey. Mark nodded, impressed. I can work with that. Let's visualize key moments in our histories through complex shapes. As they collaborated, Zalara's movements guided Mark and he tried to mirror her algorithmic artistry, drawing connections between their concepts. As the sun set, Leo and Ava found a quiet moment under a sturdy tree surrounded by a kaleidoscope of creativity. Leo, I think we're onto something, Ava remarked. The energy between the groups feels alive. Absolutely. I'm glad we brought everyone together, Leo replied, rubbing the back of his neck. But I wonder how it'll look when we put everything together. That's the fun part, Ava smiled. We get to discover it together. Suddenly, a Vilrax with shimmering patterns approached them. It was one of Zalara's kinsfolk, a bit tentative but intrigued. What are you discussing? Leo smiled warmly. We're planning our contributions to the art project. How do you feel about storytelling through visuals? It intrigues me. Can I assist? The Vilrax offered, shifting its form slightly. Of course. Join us, Ava encouraged. As they began brainstorming, Leo felt a sense of fulfillment wash over him. Each participant was using their skills to contribute and boundaries were dissolving in real time. When the collaborative effort culminated a few days later, everyone marveled at what they had created. A stunning mural sprawled across a wide wall, illustrating intertwined stories of both species through vibrant fractals and energetic colors. Leo stepped BA, rafted something unique together. Zalara leaned in closer, her excitement palpable. Tonight, we should reveal it during a gathering, Leo suggested, his enthusiasm infectious. Yes, an unveiling ceremony where we can merge sound with sight, Zalara responded eagerly. Let's announce it to everyone. As they made plans for the ceremony, the excitement in the air was tangible. This collaboration had sparked a newfound fire of creativity, pushing them closer together. Leo and Zalara exchanged smiles, feeling the anticipation of what was to come. united in their desire for connection. That evening, as they stood together amidst their creations, Leo's heart fluttered, a thrilling blend of hope and possibility. He couldn't wait to see the impact of their efforts, and the even deeper bonds they would forge in the days ahead. Chapter 4. The Heart's Algorithms. The unveiling ceremony arrived, and the atmosphere crackled with anticipation. The sun dipped low, casting a warm golden hue over the Vilrax landscape. Leo stood at the forefront, surrounded by both his crew and their alien counterparts, his heart racing at the sight of the mural behind him, a living testament to their collaboration. "Welcome, everyone," Leo called, his voice rising against the gentle hum of excitement in the crowd. He gestured toward the mural, colors shimmering in the light. "Tonight is a celebration of who we are and what we can create together." Ava stepped up beside him. "This mural embodies our stories, blending our cultures and experiences into something beautiful." Zalara floated gracefully to the center, her movements mesmerizing. "Our combined effort speaks volumes about our intent to connect. Within this mural lies an intricate weave of algorithms and emotions." A murmur of awe swept through the crowd. Leo grinned, feeling that leap of energy. "And we're not stopping here. After the unveiling, we want to encourage everyone to share their thoughts and feelings. This is just the beginning of our collaboration." As they prepared to reveal the mural, Lyra stepped forward, glowing with excitement. "Shall we?" Leo nodded. "On 3. 1, 2, 3. With that, he and Zalara pulled away the drapery, revealing the striking mural. Gasps filled the air, and a chorus of applause erupted as the vibrant designs came alive, swirling in intricate patterns that told tales of both human and Vilrax histories. "Look at that!" Ava exclaimed, pointing at a section depicting a Vilrax family tree intertwined with human constellations. "It's like a fusion of our legacies." Leo turned to Zalara, eyes bright with admiration. "We did it." "Yes, we did," she replied, a smile illuminating her features. Now we listened to the responses. The crowd began to disperse, various groups forming around the mural as conversations sparked everywhere. Leo felt a mix of pride and nerves. He wanted this to resonate with everyone. Several Vilrax approached Lyra, gesturing and creating visual patterns in the air, speaking in their melodic language. Lyra responded with an animated dance of colors, projecting their words into evolving shapes above her. "This is astounding," Leo whispered to Ava, his excitement barely contained. "Look how engaged everyone is." "I'm glad to see this," Ava replied. "It's breaking barriers." Just then, one of the crew members, Mark, joined them, his face lit up. "Leo, did you see how Zalara and Lyra are collaborating? This is fantastic. It feels like one big family gathering." Leo nodded. "Yes, it's incredible to watch. But it goes deeper than just interaction, doesn't it? It's about understanding." "Exactly," Ava added. "This is what we aimed for. Time to see how we can take it further." As the night went on, a series of performances followed, blending music, visuals, and stories. The air burst with creative energy, and laughter echoed into the deepening night. Leo picked up his guitar, igniting a spontaneous jam session. "Everyone, join in," he called, urging both humans and Vilrax to gather around. Zalara took position beside him, her forms shifting gracefully, translating the music into radiant visuals. The frequencies intertwined, making the air shimmer with color. "Shall we tell a story?" she suggested, her voice carrying an undertone of excitement. "Absolutely. Let's narrate the experience of our worlds colliding," Leo replied, strumming a new melody. They began to weave a story through music, Zalara's algorithmic patterns illustrating their words in the sky. Humans danced alongside Vilrax, laughter mingling with the rhythm of the guitar. "A melody from my people," Zalara began, creating visual harmony that interspersed with Leo's chords. "It tells of connection, of bridging gaps." "Now the melody shifts," Leo responded, strumming in harmony. "It sings of exploration, of two worlds meeting and embracing." As they played, Leo felt the exhilaration rise within him. The music held a magic, uniting them across the divides that once seemed insurmountable. He shot a glance towards Zalara, their energy intertwining as they molded the song together. "Do you feel the rhythm between us?" she asked, her eyes sparkling. "I do, it's electric," he replied with a grin, feeling as if their souls were merging in that moment. The performance continued, each note becoming an extension of their emotions, a story that transcended language. The crowd swayed and twirled, Vilrax's movements merging seamlessly with human dance. Let's invite others to contribute, Leo suggested, catching sight of a few shy crew members lingering at the edges. Yes. Everyone has a voice, Zalara responded eagerly. All stories matter. Leo called out to the crowd, if anyone wishes to share through dance or music, please join us. At first, a few hesitated, but then a human stepped forward, joining Leo with a fiddle. 1v1. Others jumped in. Vilrax and humans embraced the opportunity to participate, serving up an interactive tapestry of sound and movement. Look at this. They're all joining, Ava exclaimed, her eyes bright with happiness as she watched the scene unfold. It was a beautiful chaos, but within that, Leo felt something profound. A genuine connection forming, unrestricted by fear. Amidst the celebration, Leo noticed Zalara's genuine joy as she danced. She glided alongside a group of humans, combining her fluid movements with theirs. Look at her, Mark shouted, pointing. She's totally in the zone. Yeah, she's really embraced this, Ava added, beaming. Zalara caught Leo's gaze mid-dance, creating breathtaking light patterns that surged in sync with their song. Join us, Leo, she beckoned, her voice calling out through the music. Feeling invigorated, Leo stepped into the flow, allowing the rhythm to guide him. Here I come. As he joined Zalara, Leo found himself increasingly captivated by her presence. They danced side by side, lost in the moment, their movements blending with the music, layers of sound and light merging into something extraordinary. Just like this, Zalara instructed, creating complex yet harmonious patterns around them. Feel the vibrations, let them guide your movements. His heart raced in tandem with the beat of the music. I'm with you. As they danced, a wave of camaraderie surged through the crowd. Human and Vilrax bodies intertwining, each participant contributing threads of their identity, forming an intricate fabric of unity. Later, Leo pulled Zalara aside for a moment. That was invigorating. I've never felt a connection like this before. Zalara smiled, her eyes reflecting the patterns of colors around them. It's exhilarating to find this harmony between our worlds. Our energies are blending. Leo stepped closer, his heart racing. Being here with you, it's more than just collaboration. It feels like something deeper. Zalara read the sincerity in his gaze, and her form shimmered subtly. I sensed the same. Together, we are crafting something new. As they locked eyes, the energy shifted subtly, a mix of warmth and hesitation enveloping them. With a hesitant breath, Leo let the moment linger, feeling the anticipation building. Do you think we've truly started something? He asked, his voice barely above a whisper. Indeed. Just like this dance, we can evolve and transform together. The air crackled with unspoken possibilities, their connection palpable. This night was not just about art or collaboration, it was about forging a bond that transcended language and culture, one step at a time. As they continued to share in the revelry around them, Leo felt readiness deep within his core. Their journey had just begun, and the potential felt limitless. The world around them pulsed with rhythm and connection, and he was eager to see where their paths might lead next. Chapter 5, A New Expression. The morning sun broke over the horizon, casting soft rays across the Vilrax landscape, and Leo stirred from his slumber. The events of the previous night replayed in his mind, a dazzling celebration of unity that bridged not just cultures but hearts. There was a weighty excitement lingering in the air, a promise of what lay ahead. Leo, are you awake? Ava knocked lightly on the door to his quarters. Yeah, come in. Leo replied, throwing on a shirt and running a hand through his hair. Ava entered, her expression bright. I just heard that Zalara wants to organize a follow-up to the gathering. She's got some ideas and she wants you involved. Excellent. What's the plan? Leo asked, his interest piqued. Something about clarifying our collaboration, Ava explained. She wants to invite the Vilrax to engage in specific projects together, but first, she thinks we need to solidify more trust between our species. Leo nodded, absorbing the information. That makes sense. We've made progress, but we need to ensure everyone feels comfortable moving forward. Let's meet her. They made their way to the lush glade where Zalara often set up her gatherings. Just as they arrived, they saw her floating gracefully near a bioluminescent tree, her form shimmering like sunlight on water. Zalara. Leo called out, waving. We're here. Welcome, Captain Avu and Ava, she replied, vibrant patterns swirling around her form. I am glad you came. I propose we create a series of collaborative projects that allow our peoples to engage on a deeper level. Great idea. What do you have in mind? Leo responded, feeling energized. We can start with visual art and storytelling, Zalara suggested, gesturing to the surrounding flora. But I also envision scientific endeavors. We could work together on ecological studies, exploring the flora and fauna of this world and how our two species interact with them. Ava nodded enthusiastically. That sounds fantastic. A combination of creativity and knowledge can help us understand each other better. Exactly. Zalara beamed. We can create an exchange program where humans and Vilrax pair up to work on projects of mutual interest. It can help build common ground. I love this. Leo replied. What would you suggest for the first set of projects? Perhaps a joint mural that represents both species' philosophies on nature combined with ecological research labs, Zalara proposed. When we put our minds and voices together, we create something more powerful. Let's gather everyone and share this plan, Leo said, feeling the momentum build. Later that day, they gathered under a massive Vilrax tree, its luminescent leaves forming a natural canopy. Leo stood at the front, flanked by Ava and Zalara. Thank you all for joining us, Leo began. Zalara has some exciting ideas for our next steps. We're ready to create projects that will further our understanding of each other and the world we inhabit together. Together, Zalara echoed, we can share our knowledge, our art, and our passion for exploring the cosmos. I propose that we engage in a series of projects starting with ecological studies and artistic expressions that reflect our passions and philosophies. Excitement rippled through the group as murmurs of approval filled the air. Mark raised a hand, breaking through the chatter. Are we talking about field studies? Like exploring plants or animals? I'm all in for that. Yes, Zalara replied, her pattern swirling as she spoke. We will work side by side, collecting data and expressing our findings artistically. This will help us emphasize the importance of nature while strengthening our bonds. A human named Jenna chimed in. What if we create a documentary-style visual representation of our findings? We can film the work we do together. I love that idea, Leo said, enthusiasm bubbling. It would not only showcase our collaborative effort, but also serve as a record of how we learned from each other. Let's divide into groups based on interests, Zalara suggested. Then we can brainstorm project ideas and set clear objectives. As participants began organizing into smaller clusters, Leo found himself standing next to Zalara. Do you think we can truly pull this off? Leo asked, his brow furrowing slightly. Zalara's expression softened, her patterns shifting to reflect her thoughts. I believe we can. Trust is built through shared experiences, and each moment we spend together counts, right? Let's make it memorable, Leo said, feeling a surge of determination. Over the following weeks, the teams dove into their projects, exploring every aspect of their surroundings. Leo teamed up with Zalara, Ava, Jenna, and Mark. Their project revolved around documenting the vibrant ecosystem surrounding them. Leo crouched beside a unique flower, intrigued by its luminescence. What do you think makes this one glow? He asked Zalara, who floated nearby, observing. It could be a reaction to the soil or how it interacts with the sunlight, she replied, creating patterns in the air to illustrate her points. Each species here has a purpose, contributing to a larger system. Mark approached, carrying a notebook. I've been observing the patterns of local wildlife, well, like how they interact with different plants. It's fascinating. Ava joined them, her own notebook in hand. Let's integrate our findings and create the first section of our visual documentary. I've got a bit of footage of the interactions between some of the Vilrax and local creatures. Perfect. Let's start compiling our data, Leo said, jotting down notes. As they worked, laughter and joy echoed through the glade, coalescing into something magical. They wove stories through each observation, connecting the past with a hopeful future. One afternoon, after several hours of hard work, they gathered around a table laden with refreshments, laughing and recounting stories about their unique experiences. Did you see those two creatures battling? Jenna exclaimed, wiping tears of laughter from her eyes. It was like watching a bizarre dance-off. I thought they were just showing off, Mark replied, chuckling. But I guess that's just how nature operates. Leo took a sip of his drink, glancing at Zalara. What do you think, Zalara? Are you enjoying our little adventures? Zalara's patterns lit up, cascading around her. There's beauty in discovering together. Each moment solidifies our alliance. Ava leaned forward, resting her chin on her hands. We should definitely organize more projects focusing on the arts. We've found a good rhythm between us. Absolutely, Leo agreed. This is just the beginning. What if we build our next project around storytelling? We could share tales from our worlds. Stories carry meaning, Zalara responded, nodding. They reveal our essence. The group continued discussing ideas, brainstorming ways to bring their collective narratives to the forefront. As conversations ebbed and flowed, Leo felt a growing excitement for what they would create next. Later that evening, as Leo walked Zalara home, he felt a comfortable silence envelop them. It was a profound shift from the walls they had once faced. Zalara, he said after a moment, a hint of curiosity in his voice, what do you foresee for our future together? Zalara glanced at him, her patterns shimmering gently. I envision a path leading to countless opportunities, a place where we can share our knowledge and passion. I like the sound of that, Leo replied, feeling a sense of warmth spreading in his chest. As they neared Zalara's dwelling, Leo paused for a moment, compelled to express his sentiments. I appreciate everything we've accomplished so far. You've been... Zalara interrupted gently, you've all contributed so much as well, Leo. This journey is as much yours as it is mine. True, but I couldn't have done it without your insight, he said earnestly. They exchanged looks filled with understanding, and Leo realized that they were not merely working together, they were forging a deeper connection, each interaction drawing them closer. I look forward to what we'll create next, Zalara said, her eyes sparkling. Me too, he agreed, his heart racing. As he turned to leave, the night felt alive with potential, filled with the promise of stories waiting to be told and bonds waiting to be strengthened. Together, they would navigate whatever came next, ready to continue their journey side by side.